Hi, welcome to today's project. I am starting some seeds for this summer, so I'm going to go ahead and make my seed starting mix. I'm doing a coconut mix instead of a peat moss base, so I won't have to add lime. I've already hydrated my coconut coir, and I do this in the 5-gallon buckets, and I'll add a small chunk of my block and I'll hydrate it. I do this the day before I make my seed starting mix, since it can take a little while of stirring, pouring water, stirring again. So this is all hydrated and in this trash bag. In this trash bag, I have my perlite. It has a little bit of vermiculite mixed in, but not much. And then here I have my vermiculite. So for my mix, it's really simple. You just pick whatever you want that's going to be your measuring device, cup, bowl, just be consistent. I am going to go ahead and use the bowl, and I'll start out by just doing 8 parts of the coconut. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so 8 parts of the coconut. Then we're going to do 1 part of this perlite and 1 part of this vermiculite. Try not to make a mess. Then it's helpful if you have a big bin and just give it a really good mixing. And the bin is what I'll end up using to fill my seed starting trays. I'm not going to wet this. It has enough moisture in it from when I rehydrated the coconut coir. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm up to here, but sometimes it gets stuck in the corners, the perlite and vermiculite. So I'm just getting it out of the corners to make sure it's all mixed in. Okay, so it looks pretty nice. Here, I'll do a close-up for you. This is what my seed starting mix looks like. This will be great for when they first start out. Once they get their full set of leaves, I'll fertilize, since there's no nutrients in this mix, but I'll just be fertilizing when I water them. Make sure and take a second to like and subscribe. Here is my 72 cell starter tray. This is a Bootstrap Farmer air pruning tray. So it has the big holes in the bottom. It has the holes on the sides, so the roots get a lot of air and they self-prune, which is great for Alaska because our frost date is pretty substantial, later than a lot of other people's. So depending on how the year goes, it'll be a little bit easier for me to keep them in these trays with the air pruning. So it doesn't quite fit in my bin, so I'm just going to load them up like so. Here's my tray all filled up. You can see the holes in between. That's where the air circulates around the roots to facilitate the air pruning. If some of your cells are a little light on material, you can top them off before you plant.